Striking when the iron is hot. Think about this, for example. Let me start with the metaphor. You can try to iron clothes all day, but if you're trying to use a cold iron, if that iron is not plugged in and has not warmed up, you're not going to get the wrinkles out. You're not going to be ready. You're wasting your time. Now, what is this metaphor for? I've been thinking about a lot for many months. And I think I differ from my contemporaries. And I'm still working through this. And I'm still trying to figure it out. But there are some things that I do know from personal experience that don't work for me. Now, how do I differ from my contemporaries? I listen to a lot of stuff here on YouTube. Motivational speakers, and they say work, 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 always work, work, work. And I agree, because, this brand, for example, Dragon Body, other stuff I've been filming earlier today, I can't get far with this brand if I don't work, right? But I can't constantly be working, because I don't all the time have the caliber, the quality of energy that I need to do quality work. So when I don't have the energy, I don't do it. And does that hold me back? Yes, significantly. However, the times when I did force myself to work when I was tired or uninspired, didn't have the ideas, it was more of a lazy day than a let's go kill it from the get-go till the time I go to sleep day. 2 different days that I have, and I've been having these type of days for too long. And when I try to make progress with this brand, and I look at the number of days where I wasn't able to do anything, not having the type of energy, that of course is holding me back. That's all lost time. But the iron is cold. Strike when the iron's hot. I can't plug it in. I don't have the energy that I need to do quality work. This is something this book, Toolbox for the Mind, I wrote when I was a freshman in college, fall 2006. Then I published it. Then it was, I went on, wrote the next parts, volumes 2, 3, and 4 over the next few years in that semester. And then when I started volume 5, it still hasn't been done. Volume 5 growth, but maybe it could be done enough. I do this all in handwritten notebooks. And when I went to get it, so I released it, Toolbox for the Mind, book 1, the summer of 2008. And it was the winter break before that when I took all the manuscripts and loose leaf papers for Toolbox for the Mind and put it into my computer, just basic Google Docs then. Lots of notes, lots of things. This is when I realized, okay, there's way too many moving parts here, random pieces of paper, full notebooks and stuff to make it one book. From there, volumes 2 and forward, and now even 6, which I'm writing now, volume 6. They're all individual notebooks, and this is book 2, this is book 3, learning how to improve myself and make this project more efficient. So then the end of college, that my senior year, was when I wrote Love Beyond Life, which went to be more successful than this book. And it was a novel inspired by Angels and Airways, Blink-182, and I took all these same ideas of changing the world and being better and put in the form of a novel, thinking this might be more successful, and sure enough it was. And one thing I learned when writing Love Beyond Life is that I need to write when I am on, when that iron is hot, when I am inspired. What makes my project different than a lot of other books? Books that I maybe I hear about it, I meet the author, it sounds interesting, I buy it. I can't get through the first page. Why? My approach to writing is very different than everyone else out there from what I understand. I used to follow a lot of writers on Twitter and stuff and look at their approaches and um things and they say every day I'm gonna write 3,000 words, 5,000 words, blah blah blah, churning out quantity. But is it quality? They have a goal. I want to publish this book and the next, publish a book every year, whatever it might be, right? But are you churning out fluff, uninspired words that on the reader's experience, I'm getting nothing out of this? Love Beyond Life was like 200 or something pages, but it was very potent, dense, full of inspiration. Same thing here with Toolbox for the Mind. People love this book. They can open up to any random page, see a sentence, and get a bunch of inspiration from this one sentence. And I did this long ago when we didn't have social media and all these things. Facebook was there. That was about it. I always say if Instagram, if all these things existed back then, I wouldn't have even made these books because I just could have made a page, Toolbox for the Mind, the Instagram page, which it really exists. But it was like I had ideas, I want to get them out there, and back in the good old days of 2006, a book seemed like the best way to do it. So, and there was a website to go along with it, of course. But basically, what I just wanted to go on camera to talk about today was you can't strike when the iron's cold. You have to strike when the iron's hot. And now, as much as I'm trying to build this brand, Dragon Body, and I know I need to do a lot of work to try to get this off the ground. But I can't do quality work if I'm tired and uninspired. In the times when I would do that, I would mess stuff up. So I'm really going through a phase right now of working with my energy, rolling with the punches, and then trying to minimize, hopefully eliminate days where I can't do a single thing at all. Because nothing comes out of that. That's wasted time. That's lost time. However, the iron is cold, and I can't plug it in. So a lot of people, the pep talks I listen to, they are the exact opposite. Except this one person who talked about the value of rest. Because all these other people are crazy. They wake up 2 a.m., 3 a.m. with an alarm clock, and they start going at that point. Personally, I wake up early too. Some of the days I wake up at 3 o'clock are the best days of my life. Most productive days, 4 or 5 a.m. definitely. I almost always beat the sun. I wake up before the sun comes here, especially now that it's winter. But if I set an alarm, I'm most likely going to be tired and I have corrupted my whole day. If I'm not adequately rested, I'm not going to be productive. And I've only heard one other person talk about the importance of rest and advocate for rest. And for me, rest is a huge part of finding that inspiration, of doing the quality work. So I am trying to learn quantity and quality and trying to figure out, even on those days where I'm tired and uninspired, what can I do? I can review video footage that is going to create content for social media posts. I can check my emails. I can do the social media stuff, right? But it's not the days where I should be making the songs, making the music videos, naming products, working on, the website, big things where my creative energy needs to be there in those projects. So I differ a lot from my contemporaries and other people on YouTube trying to be positive, saying just always work all the time, no excuses, work, work, work. Because for me, if I don't have the energy, it's not going to be quality. So I'm definitely in a big experimental phase right now of my life and trying to be successful with these brands. Dragon Body Fitness is my, I got like all these cool products and stuff, is my lead brand. And I know that this will preserve my health for the rest of my life, and there's a lot of potential here. But at the same time, I also know my highest purpose isn't stuff like this: Toolbox for the Mind, Love Beyond Life, things where I can think, put my spiritual energy into that product. What I never figured out back when I was a college student and out of college with Toolbox for the Mind and Love Beyond Life was how to market, how to sell. Also, to my defense, social media and the internet and e-commerce was nothing at all that it is today. But I'm trying to really get this brand off the ground, and then as the hobbies, I'm getting these other brands off the ground as well, but the focus is Dragon Body Fitness. And I'm learning a lot along the way. And of course, Love Beyond Life, Toolbox for the Mind are different properties that are maybe easier, but there's still time that they use up time is whatever that word is. They're using up time. But if, like here, if I have a topic that will be something I used to write about in the Toolbox for the Mind book, I can hop on, the camera and make some posts out of this content, out of this rant, because this is something that would fit the category of Toolbox for the Mind, and it's been an inspired day for me. I've been awake since like 6 a.m. and been killing it very strongly, and I do think caffeine's a part of it, because a lot of my best work I wrote had drinking lots and lots of tea in college, not realizing how caffeine sensitive I was, but I put out great products. I had very successful books. A lot of people, these books changed their life, and that's incredible, especially when I was like barely in my 20s doing, like, that's so cool. And now I've been like, how did I do that? As 36 years old right now, trying to, how did I do that? Get the mind I used to have. And luckily with these books, I have a roadmap back to who I used to be, which is cool, which is great. Because I know that's my true self. My spirit is shining in those products. I can use my sense of humor in Dragon Body Fitness, put my, Tai Chi wisdom in there. But to really shine with my spirit in a product, that's these books. Toolbox for the Mind, Love Beyond Life. Hopefully these talks, you can feel a transmission through you. I can do workshops, lectures with these, book signings, lots of stuff. And I don't know what my higher calling is. My highest calling, I don't. But I'm just doing stuff, getting stuff done. And I just wanted to take a couple minutes to just talk about this, because I disagree with my contemporaries, is you can't pour from an empty cup. These crazies that wake up 2 or 3 a.m. with an alarm clock on, running on 4 hours of sleep, whatever it is, whatever you did. And that's if you went to bed at 10. I mean, catch yourself in the right REM cycle, yeah, you'll be fine. But wake yourself when that alarm clock rings and you're in a deep REM sleep, and you wake up groggy. For me, there's nothing good coming out of that for the rest of the day till I can reset the next night. And hopefully I'm not oversleeping to overcompensate and then I lose 2 days in a row. That's all I'm saying. So I really think that can't pour from an empty cup. You have to strike when the iron's hot. You can't strike when it's cold. How do I get it hot myself? Wake up with the fitness routine, with the caffeine, and you want to work out. I don't force myself to do anything. I trust my body's wisdom, but at the same time, I'm not going to let myself become lazy. I can't lose days of doing nothing at all. But these are the battles that I'm fighting right now. But, see, this is the key right here. Accomplishment, hard work, ideas, perseverance, pride, courage, potential, wisdom, knowledge, strength, determination. You, dreams, ability, belief, talent, success, and passion. That's the key to success. And I put that there so I don't forget it. And I just had to take a couple minutes because, and please, if there's anyone out there who agrees with me, I want to hear it. It's a very important discussion because almost everyone I hear about talk about just grind, just do it, just do it. But I can't just do it. Technically I could, but my spirit isn't going to be there. And because I don't have my spiritual energy that day, the product will not glow. It's not reflecting the energy of my spirit. It's empty. It's empty action. So what I do to make my, my website's funny, Dragon Body Fitness, www.dragonbody.life, dragonbody.store. Read those websites. You will see my personality there because I wrote that when I was inspired. Did it take longer to do that? Yes, but it's quality work. Read my books, Toolbox for the Mind, Love Beyond Life. My spirit is in there. And it was in writing Love Beyond Life, senior year of college, I realized I always need to be inspired when I'm doing creative stuff. Otherwise, I'll be like those authors. Yeah, they're churning out book after book, year after year, but it's so much pages of just their dull mood that I'm trying to get through when they thought I need to write 50 words a day, blah, blah, blah. If you're not inspired, what is as readers, you're conveying your mood to us. And if you're not there spiritually, you're not going to wake us up. And even like some of these people that I love and these speakers, it's if they're tired and I can tell that they're putting out the quantity, I can tell when the quality is not there versus the other videos they have where the quality is there. As much as I love and respect everything they do and will still listen, I can't get as much out of it because I'm seeking to be waken up from the spirit, from the core first. Wake me up at the core. And that's why I love to write. And I always write inspirations. All these, when I talk about now the 6 notebooks, that is this Toolbox for the Mind series. So much times in college I had, when I was like, okay, book 2, book 3, book 4, these are each the notebook. When the notebook's done, that's the book. that's the rough draft, and I turned that into the manuscript. And I just always keep it with me. And when I'm struck with inspiration, open it up, write it down. Next time with inspiration, next line, write it down. Next page, write it down. And then on the front and backs of the covers, I got, these are the categories this is about. This is what it is, the little codes. So go through the sentences. This is the code for that. We're going to put the sentences into chapters. But it's all inspired. And so I'm in an interesting phase right now in my life because, yes, I got to get more done. I got to work more, but I don't always have the energy to do quality work. So I'd like to hear from other people your experiences. Are you more one of those, yes, I can always do the work. I don't care how tired or groggy I am. I can do quality work no matter what. And please tell me how you do that because I'm trying to figure that out. Or are you more like me where you wait for the inspiration to strike, do your quality work, and then you're also trying to refine your lifestyle and your habits so that you can have as many of these productive days as possible? Let me know.